These trolls are absolutely priceless. This much entertainment should not be free. I shouldn't be getting paid to get this much entertainment. It really is unbelievable. Some background. A few years ago, I mentioned in a video a story that I had read about a guy who put a little classified ad in the back of High Times magazine, the marijuana magazine, back in the 70s. And it said, I need 1 million people to send me $1. And then he put a P.O. box on it. And he got like 30, 40,000 people to send him $1. Not a bad little thing, right? And people started sending me dollars. And I think I got like 20 to 30 bucks altogether. 20 or so people sent me $1. And I doubled it and I gave it to our local hospice center, Joliet area hospice center. And then about a year ago, I said, hey, remember that story I talked about where this guy made about $40,000 asking random people to send him $1 a piece? Well, we're going to do that for real this time. And I put my P.O. box up on the screen, and I said, send me $1. And people started sending me cards with money in it. Sometimes it was $1, sometimes it was a $2 bill, sometimes it was a $5. It depended. One follower even sent me this lovely box to put it all in. See, it's like a shadow box, and it's got a little slot in the front or on the top. And so I've been putting all the money in here. And I said that the reason why I was keeping the money this time around is because I was going to see if I could get, at the time I had 1.5 million followers on TikTok. I said, I'm going to see if I can get enough money to take my wife to them over the water huts over in the Indian Ocean, in the Maldives. Anyway, recently somebody asked me how this was going. And I showed this box. I said, well, this box sits right here on my desk. It's got maybe $250, $300 in it in total. So not enough to go on a vacation, but it still sits here. And every now and again I talk about it. But somebody asked me how it was going, so I did a video. And then that video I posted to all of my social medias, including Facebook, where I got the following comment from Brian Harris there in the middle. What a loser. Begging for money. Typical liberal POS. Oh, Bri. Did you get all up in your fee-fees because people sent me money? By the way, if you want to know what kind of a person Brian is, this was one of his profile pictures. He's pure blood, unmasked, unvaxxed, and unafraid. And if you truly were pure blood, you would be also unable to show us a family tree that forks at any point in time. These fucking people. Pure blood, dude, means that your parents were related before they had you. But I'm going to use you as a reason to go ahead and talk about this again. I'm going to put the P.O. box on the screen. If you would like to contribute to the Send Tom $1 campaign to get him and his wife to those over-the-water huts, we got a long way to go. Send your bucks to this P.O. box and put a note in there that it's to piss this jag off. Just tell me it's in honor of Brian Harris from Facebook. Harris Transportation, FedEx Custom Critical Contractor. FedEx? You have a guy like this, Harris Transportation, who says this type of stuff working for you as a contractor. Ouch.